Alright, just got out back behind the apartment today. I'm gonna go sit in the same clearing I sat in on the 2nd, I think. It's literally just down into the creek bottom from my apartment. I think it'll be pretty good. I actually ended up seeing some young kids that came down to play in the creek bottom, so hoping that doesn't happen again, but time will tell. Hopefully for a good sit. It's kind of windy, wind's not great, but there's really no ideal situation at the moment, so time in the woods is better than no time in the woods. See what happens. Alrighty, kind of excited for this one. I'm actually just above where I sat the last time I was down in there looking over this area out here. But I found this perfect little flat bench, literally big enough for a person or two. Got kind of creative with my turkey hunting seat that I bought. And it's basically like a tree stand for this entire creek bottom through here. So I'm thinking this is gonna be pretty good. Definitely keeping this spot marked, and I'll be back. So this is pretty freaking awesome. Alright, now that I looked the part for YouTube, it's like 3:45, maybe 4. Just got settled in. I'm on that little knob, like I showed it. Well, I might show it right now, I don't know. Regardless, it's a pretty sweet spot. It's like being in a tree stand, but I'm just on the ground. But I'm really looking forward to this. Got good cover, mostly from the north, which is unfortunate because that's the way the wind's coming from, or going to, but my hope is my wind hugs this finger enough that anything that's coming from the points in front of me will get into this little valley below me that I can shoot. And then from there, game on. I got a good amount of shooting room. I think in an ideal situation, I'll see the deer farther enough out so I can actually stand and get things situated that way, but that I'm not entirely sure of. Regardless, it's gonna be a cool night if there's no pedestrian interruptions. Some good looking face paint right there. Alrighty, before we get into real prime time, I'm gonna shoot my practice shot towards the direction I'm gonna walk out. And I'm gonna challenge myself and shoot an arrow at what I perceive to be my max distance from right here. And see how we do. So I'm gonna turn you around, do my best to get on what I'm gonna shoot. And then I'm gonna stand up to shoot, just to clarify, but I'll take the shot and see how we do. Alrighty, we are gonna go for, I believe it's that guy right in the center. I'll try to highlight it in the editing. I think we're pretty freaking lethal at that distance. Alright, got the broadhead loaded back up. That was probably 30 yards. Maybe, I don't know, 25 or 30. It was a good poke. That makes you feel really, really good. I've taken 2 practice shots this year while hunting, and both of them were extremely lethal. So, a lot of optimism if a deer walks by. closing in on a night at this point. I ended up seeing 2 different raccoons. That's what was over there. It wasn't turkeys. No deer. There's still like 15 minutes left of daylight, or legal shooting light. But I figured I'd do a quick recap here, so I actually have done one. But it was a good night. Lots of small game. Had a good feel to it. Just no deer tonight, and that's okay. I'll be back to this spot, that's for sure. I may bring a different chair next time, just so it's a little easier to shoot while sitting. But overall, this is a pretty good spot. Alright, unless if something radical happens, that's pretty much a wrap to